Thanks very much for joining me on the Property Show. We're taking questions from across the country, and if property is what you want to buy, sell or invest in, this is a place that you should be calling into. All the details on your screen, phone numbers, email property@ndtv.com, or you can just send us an SMS at 56388. Gaurav Pandey, Head of Research Prop Equity, joins me as we take all your Q&As. Gaurav, thanks very much for being here. And let's tell all our viewers what do we have lined up for them today on the show. We will, of course, be visiting Gurgaon and Greater Noida and culling out some top-of-the-chart properties in these two micro markets of NCR. Our next stop will be down south, Hyderabad and Bengaluru. So watch out for those two properties or cities as we explore prime properties. Then we get you some smart investment options in Kolkata. And our big story today, 4 building collapses in the last 3 months in Mumbai. Who's responsible and how do you prevent such incidents? What can you do about them as well? All right, so lots lined up. Let's kick off the show with Mumbai, Gurgaon, Greater Noida, 3 important markets of India. We'll first start, of course, with this very interesting story about Mumbai. An apartment block collapsed in the Mumbai outskirts late last week, killing at least 10 people to fuel concerns about the quality of construction in the booming Indian city. This is the 4th such incident in the last 2 months. While authorities remain mute on the subject, they don't want to tell anything or talk to the media about it at all. Arjun Chaudhary finds out what would it take to avoid such accidents and avoid any loss of life.
मालूम अब ऐसा होएगा, गिरेंगी बिल्डिंग रात में, क्या होएगा। हम तो अच्छा सो गए रात में, देखे तो पूरी हिलने लगी, वैसी खुदी मार मार के नीचे उतरा।
Unfortunately, till now 7 people out of that 2 adults and 5 children have died. Still few more are trapped. Let us hope that some of them maybe if we get live people, but rescue operations are on.
It may collapse at any time. Enter at your own risk. This warning is reserved for dilapidated buildings, but there is no reason why it can't be made applicable to most of Mumbai.
This particular building collapse at Mumbai has come as yet another reminder of how the system requires an urgent repair.
In the last few years, over 250 lives have been lost in various building crashes in Mumbai, and the count seems to be on the rise with every passing day, though city managers refuse to learn any lesson. In the last 2 months, Mumbai witnessed 4 building collapses in various parts of the city. That number has risen to 12 in the last 3 years. Over 200 people have lost their lives as a result of these crashes. And so the question, who is to be blamed for the mess? Developers argue expensive land and lack of government incentives make building low-cost homes financially unviable.
We don't have the kind of land availability which will be available at a cheaper rate, or if we try to go outside city, the kind of infrastructure we need so that people reach there in time. Such kind of transportation or infrastructure is not available. So again, it boils down to the system.
Experts too believe there is an urgent need for the state government to take steps that can encourage bigger players to tap the segment.
From a government's perspective, what they need to look at is bring in philosophies which allow rental housing, which allow higher FSI, like the car parking scheme, which allow better infrastructure to be created so that these houses can be created on the periphery of the city, but the transportation and access to the city and to their respective place of work is well established. Only then you're going to see that the demand will start to move into the right direction.
In light of these tragic collapses, the MMRDA now plans to hand over flats to the Thane civic body on a rental basis to rehabilitate people living in such rickety structures. Let's hope the plan is soon executed and a potential disaster is well averted. In Mumbai, Arjun Chaudhary for NDTV Profit.
It's unbelievable that, you just have a heavy rainfall and you see buildings coming down and lives getting lost. Even one life lost is a life lost too many. All right, we just hope that the authorities are watching shows like this and reading all the media reports and doing something about it. We're going to move on to taking all the questions. Debanjan Bahaduri is on the phone line with us. Hi, Debanjan. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening. First of all, I would like to commend you guys on the great job you've been doing thus far.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I have been glued on to the show right from the time I've started watching it, probably a couple of months back. Actually, I've also been on the lookout for a property for some time now. I'm interested in a ready for possession 2 BHK property for end use in the price range of 1.4 to 1.5 CR in Wakola or Kalina. I am keen on these locations primarily because my relatives are staying. I just want to stay close to them. I would appreciate if you can let me know what my available options could be within these parameters. Thank you.
Okay, both these markets, Santa Cruz East, what do you do?
I think it's a good location.
Very good location.
You can't complain.
It's just finding something in his budget where he can live in, 1.5 to 1.6 crore, which is also a decent budget.
And his expectations is very fair from our unit size also. So let me first give you a snapshot of the micro market and then come down to our recommendations. Santa Cruz East has about 32 projects, a total supply of just about 15-25 units. Hardly anything is available, just about 32 units. And if you see inventory overhang, there's nothing as such, so it's virtually nil. This is a luxury segment. Prices would be about 17,009 rupee per square feet as a weighted average price. Santa Cruz East has appreciated reasonably by about 32% in the last 2.5 years. And with the location at its advantage, there are obviously good developers who operate at this place because land cost itself is very expensive. So the first recommendation from our side is a project called Runwal Symphony from Runwal Group in Santa Cruz East, trading at about 14,000 rupees a square feet. This is a small size development by about 96 odd units. A 2 BHK over here, which is your preferred unit size, is about 1,080 square feet. This is a ready project. It's available from the developer and it has good amenities like swimming pool, children's play area, sports facility and a gym. So you can go down and have a look onto yourself from the specifications and everything. The second recommendation that we have is a project called Sagar Avenue 2 from Sagar Builders in Santa Cruz East, trading at about 16,500 per square feet. Total number of units would be about 160. This project should be getting completed by somewhere around December this year, and it again has all major amenities that we can think of, and it's on the Western Expressway of Wakola region. So you have two very interesting options for yourself, and you can put in either of these.
Alright, so two projects, and here's what you should look at. We're talking about a 1.5 crore budget, and Santa Cruz East is Runwal Symphony by Runwal Group. There's Sagar Avenues 2 by Sagar Builders. Alright, Guru Kumar writes in and he says, I'm looking to book a 1 BHK with Saga Infra project in Malad, East Mumbai called Shiv Shakti Enclave at 7,500 rupees per square feet, pre-launch project. Could you please tell me if this builder is reliable and how is this project? Looking at the slowdown in the economy, and we just had Anush Puri joining us on the show yesterday saying that there is going to be a problem in terms of liquidity for the developers. I'm not so sure how prudent it is to actually buy into a pre-launch project.
Correct. I think you're absolutely right on. And if you see this developer, he specializes on SRA projects, but given the overall condition of the Mumbai property market, and this being a redevelopment project, again, this is in the pre-launch stage, there is no commencement certificate yet attained. So, I mean, this is a little dicey. It's quite possible this could get a buy recommendation, say 6 months to a year from now, once the risk has mitigated, if at all. But from the moment right now where we stand, this is a no-go from us. So, let me give you a snapshot of the micro market in this project and one recommendation that we have for you within your budget. So, we have two micro markets for you. One is Malad East and the second is Kandivali East. Malad East has about 11 projects with a total supply of about 2432 units. Available would be about 1445 odd units. Inventory overhang at just about a comfort range of 23 months. Mid-luxury segment, so prices would be about 1,048 per square feet. The second micro market is Kandivali East, which has about 10 projects. A total supply of about 2,146 odd units. Available would be about 936 units. A good inventory overhang of 22 months. Prices would be about 11,389 per square feet. Malad East has appreciated by about 38% and Kandivali East by about 31% in the last 2.5 years. Your preferred project is Shiv Shakti Enclave from Saga Infra Projects in Malad East, trading at about 7,200 per square feet. As it already informed you, because this is a redevelopment project and it is in the pre-launch stage, while the developer is perfectly fine, but given the risk and all, we would not give you a go-ahead for this project at the moment. You can instead look at one of our recommendations where the developer has already received commencement certificate for the project, and it's also approved by the HDFC Bank, a project called Vedic Height from Himaya Build in Kandivali East, trading at about 9,350 per square feet. There are about 148 odd units. Projects should be getting completed somewhere around 2015, and some units are available from the developer. It has good proximity to multiplexes and malls and schools, and about 1.5 kilometers from the Kandivali station, and or just about less than half a kilometer from the Western Expressway. So.
All right, so, well, this is a statutory warning for everybody who is or getting tempted to look into pre-launch projects simply because they're cheaper priced. Remember that the economy is slowing down quite a bit around us. Banks are also under duress with the high NPAs that they have to deal with. So the first sector which gets affected by not getting loans from the banks or monies is real estate. Be very careful when you look at any pre-launch project. Do it only if you have a very high risk-taking capability. Otherwise, give it a miss. Get into a project which has all its clearances. In fact, get into a project even if it comes at a slightly higher price, at something which you can see ahead of you, at least is slightly constructed, 30%, 20%. If you can afford it, that's the way to go. Meanwhile, Subhash Bahadur on the phone line with us. Subhash, hi. Go ahead. How can we help you?
My greetings to all the property team.
Thank you, Subhash.
I've been watching your show quite regularly in the past, and had even sent a query to regarding reinvestment of inherited the proceeds from the inherited property.
Okay, all right.
I stay in Gurgaon. I have a builder flat, 3 BHK in RD City, Sector 52. I am now looking for a slightly larger property, preferably on the ground floor of a builder floor, or a similar sized unit in a condominium.
Okay.
Now, my budget is in the vicinity of 1.5 crores, and my preferred location would be, in like I said, close to where I am presently staying. That is any area bounded by MG Road, Sona Road, Golf Course Road, and NH8.
All right.
I have shortlisted a couple of properties. One is in Orchid Island, Sector 51, and the other is what property called Saffron Homes, being developed in Malibu town. Now, my request is your comments on these properties, as well as on the developers, their track records, credentials, or if you can suggest some other property in within the similar criteria and budget.
All right. So, Subhash, you started out by asking for independent floors. Now, that's not something which is very easily available in the markets that you've spelt out. These have all become high-rise markets. So, I'm just wondering how are we going to deal with that? And, of course, we could also go into all the markets are good ones that he's looking at. 1.5 crores probably rules out golf course now?
Golf course for sure is
totally ruled out. So Sona Road, but it's a good market to be in.
So Sona Road and Golf Course Extension Road are the logical ones you can look at, and they have advantage of both being around good social infrastructure, and future upside is also there, and good from an end use perspective also. But let me first give a snapshot about your two projects in mind, and then we'll quickly take away to some data points and some recommendations. The projects that you have in mind, one is called Orchid Island from Orchid Infrastructure in Sector 51. Trading at about 9,100 rupees a square feet. It's an independent floor unit. Units are available from the resale market. The challenge with this particular project is that the developer is fine, but there are some infrastructure issues around that, as in external infrastructure issues, and it's part of a Mayfield Gardens township of 300 acres, which again has some issues with itself. So at this budget, I don't think so you should look at this, so it's surely a no-go from us. The second project that you have in mind is a project called the Saffron Homes from Millennium Engineers. It's in Sector 50, trading at about 10,714 per square feet. Units are available from the developer. The thing with this project, it's fine, but at your budget, you should actually look at a better sized unit which is available in the, say, good premium apartment complex. So we'll take you to recommendations of ourselves, of Sona Road and Golf Extension Road, which have good quality projects at reasonable price, and this project would have given you about 1,500 square feet of size, whereas our recommendations would be about 1,800 to 1,900 square feet. So Sona Road has about 6 projects of total supply of 5,213 units, virtually no inventory overhang as such, and a trading price would be about 8,540 per square feet. Golf Course Extension Road, has about 16 projects, a total supply of 7,518 units. Again, virtually no inventory overhang as such, and weighted average price would be about 8,167 per square feet. The project that we have in mind for you, one is a project called Orchid Petals in sector 49, trading at about 8,500 to 8,800 rupees a square feet. This is a completed project and available from the resale market. It has good proximity to social infrastructure, multiplexes and shopping marts. So good from end user perspective. The second recommendation that we have for you is a project called Uptown from Ideo in sector 66, which is in Golf Course Road extension. And there are few units, the right way to go about this project is go to resale market where you can get a very good deal. And this project is expected to get completed by end of this year. So if you want to look at something more recently finished, then you can look at this one. The third recommendation is a project called Parkview Spa Next from Best Tech Group. Again, a good developer in Golf Course Extension Road, trading perhaps the lowest amongst our recommendation at about 7,400 rupees a square feet. Units are available in the resale market where you can hunt down and get a good deal. However, this project is expected to be completed by somewhere around next year. So if you can wait for longer and if you want to get a lower price, this is one option. Else you can look at the earlier two recommendations, one a completed project and one that will get completed by end of this year.
And Orchid Island, why didn't you like it?
See, it's part of Mayfield Township and there is external infrastructure issues. There were some project related issues of the township. Nothing wrong with the specific project, but at his price point you can get better deals.
Better deals. In fact, even Saffron Home seems expensive, 10,714 rupees per square feet, and all the recommendations we've given are actually available below that. So here's a complete list of what you can look at. Subhash, you have a budget of 1.5 crores. We're keeping you within your area of choice, which is Golf Course Extension and Sona Road. We can't give you anything on the Golf Course Road because it won't come in any kind of a size that you would appreciate because prices there have gone through the roof. Orchid Petals by Orchid Infrastructure is the first one. There's Uptown by Ideo, and there's also Parkview Spa Next actually by Best Tech Group.